everything is dipped in gold, then baby it will never grow. Everything sweet ain't sugar coated. What a lie. What a lie. What a lie.
If you are familiar with this channel, then this video is no stranger to you. We always keep up this beautiful tradition of bringing in the divine feather messages from the birds. What's interesting is that usually these videos come few and far between, but our latest one right before this was not even 2 months ago. So make sure you tune into that video to find out the message that was meant to find you. But the birds have come back again, darling. And these three particular birds came in and made it very clear, very evident in my real walking, living life that they have messages to deliver here for you. So you found this video for a reason. Trust your gut and where that leads you. Three groups here on the screen to guide you towards the feather message that was meant to find you right here, right now, with extreme divine accuracy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for leaving love in the comment section down below. Thank you for sharing this channel. Thank you for your donations to the channel, monetary and the physical gifts. Thank you for booking personal readings with me. Thank you for joining us over on Patreon, where there's additional content that you won't get here on the main channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for any way that you contribute to the growth, the love, and nurturance of this channel. Let's go ahead and get into these divine feather messages because I feel like there's some really juicy tea to uncover here today. Let's hop right in. I'll see you in your groups. This group you have discovered without an official announcement. So, congratulations and welcome to the in crowd, if you will. No, jokes. This group came to me as I was driving like 50 miles an hour down the highway at like 10 o'clock at night, and I just heard crows calling, but it wasn't happening in the 3D. It was a download, a clairsentient download. And as soon as it came to me, I was like, okay, pros have a message to deliver in the feather message reading. So if you discovered this group without an announcement, there is something here for you. Those that are tuned in, what's going on? By the way, the crow feather reads, universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. This is something that goes beyond the five senses. Like I talked about sentient energy, hearing something that I knew wasn't in the 3D, but I could hear it in the spirit. Leaning into this will be like a breath of fresh air for you. This group here, this collective here, Page of Pentacles, you're being called to learn to interpret what is not obviously there. Magician. Chariot. Queen of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. Overall, Four of Cups, Justice, bottom deck, Hierophant. You're being called to grow something with your senses beyond the 3D. This is a time for you to get whimsical, magical, pour your heart out into everything and every being. And this is also how you fill your cup up with spiritual things, spiritual knowledge, At this time, that's how you can best fill your cup with spiritual people, information, knowledge, secrets, keys, ingredients, all things spiritual will fill you up at this time. This is meditation, prayer, ninth house energy, even higher learning in spirituality or spiritual things or places or things that take you beyond the five senses. That's the major theme of this group here is what takes you beyond the five senses. What you have to know without proof, without evidence. This is exercising your intuition. This also has to do with translations and reintegration of is, what already is, what was, and what will be. This is really about diving into your whimsical self. This also reminds me of a video that I put up on this is the channel where I upload collective messages over on Cherry on Top of Your Day. Check us out over there if you have not already. But this group reminds me of this video, which is called You Shift the Narrative, Accidentally Becoming an Influencer. Okay. But in a spiritual way. Just definitely tune into that message. Let me pull it up here actually so you guys can see it fully. And even as I'm delivering this message here, I feel so full, like energetically, like I can physically feel my cup being filled up to the rim and it overfloweth, darling. You shift the narrative, accidentally becoming an influencer. Check out this video on Cherry on Top of Your Day for sure. You don't want to miss it. That's 18 more minutes of pouring into you. What this concept is about. You're growing something as you are learning something. And as I say that, I just heard an engine start up outside. This is about filling in the missing pieces or the gaps that may have been there for so long. This is a sense of fulfillment that you've never known, quite honestly. And again, it comes through simply diving into your spiritual self, meditation, prayer, reading self-help books, spiritual books, um, the Bible, other religious or spiritual texts, um, watching spiritual movies, videos, documentaries, or things that have spiritual context to them. This is what your soul is calling for and needing at this time. I think that this is mostly to bring comfort to the part of you that might secretly need some sort of validation for what's happening beyond the 3D, beyond the five senses, because you can tell that there's something there, but you're craving more. And that's how you can bring it to yourself. Animal spirit supporting you through this with the crow. Animal spirit supporting you through this with the crow is the grasshopper spirit that says, take a leap of faith. As soon as this came out, This calls me to state taking a chance or starting a new endeavor or revisiting something that you haven't done in a while. The number 30, bottom of the deck, 31. Wow. So it's step by step, it's incremental. 30 to 31, Groundhog Spirit says time to let go. 30, I was thinking of 3 completions because of the number 10 being a completion. So 10, 10, 10 is 30. Those are 3 completions. Something about the number 3 in regards to this mix here is relevant as well, meaning maybe doing 3 major things to spark or support your spiritual self could really help here. But the whole message here is about, as it says, let time to let go. It's about letting go of some sort of part of you that is chained to reality and needs a little bit of spirituality. You need to experience a little magic in whatever way that you can experience that. There's like this questioning of reality and what's real. And the more you dive into those spiritual practices or movies or documentaries or books or prayer or meditation, the more you fill your cup up, or even just participating in conversations like this allows you to fill your cup up in that way, spiritually. This group here needs confirmation and validation to know that there is more going on than meets the eye. You're not alone and you're not crazy for thinking that. And if you are surrounded by people that are chained to the 3D, don't let that detour you. Go out, seek, and find or create spaces that cater to you beyond the 5 senses. Woodpecker. The woodpecker reads, use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. So, when I saw the woodpecker, that prompted this exact moment that we are experiencing right now. I was having this conversation with a friend and I was like, isn't it so magnificent that woodpeckers naturally have red hair? And yet, we as humans go out of our way to dye our own hair red when there are living, breathing things in nature that literally are born with that. I thought it was an interesting concept. So I think that there's something significant about that. Seven of Cups, Temperance, Magician, Nine of Pentacles, the observance of nature and its influence and why we do the things that we do. Yeah. Four of Swords here. This is about pensiveness, thoughtfulness, think pieces. This group here, writing, I'm seeing a lot of typing. These are my Carrie Bradshaws of the world. Sex in the City. Typing about your experiences and sharing that with people. Blogging, blog posts are relevant. And it doesn't have to be so hard. It can be calm. You can be confident. And there's something here about this group accepting criticism, or at least being able to take it or receive it. So this group here, you are being called to publicly share your revelations, dramas, traumas, co-op stories, co-op stories. When you lived in certain places with certain people, when you did this, when you did that, sharing your stories, whether they be personal stories, personal philosophies, share. This group here is being called to be more open because you are not alone, and you will find compliments. You will find people that compliment you, energy that compliments you, or you will quite literally be complimented on the things that you share, the way that you share, why you share. Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is a new way for you to share yourself and explore the world. Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Someone just started up their Corvette outside. The number 25. And the clouds just covered the sun. The number 3, Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. Um, this group here, I feel like you've been maturing, you've been growing, you've been molded. I think that you are prepared. You can take on more than you think. I keep being brought to criticism and critiques or just being misunderstood. I think you can handle more of this than you realize, more than you give yourself credit for. It's time for you to share and come out of the closet, is what's really coming through here. Also, define the word fortitude.
Fortitude means courage in pain or adversity.
Your woodpecker message literally says use your discernment and fortitude to achieve your goals and find a new rhythm. That means that it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be sunshine, rainbows, and butterflies. It's not going to be all love and light. But you really can't let that stop you now. There's a new path that you're being called to forge, or an old path that you're being called back to. And it has to do with you sharing, it has to do with you incorporating other people, and it has to do with you embracing all that comes along with that. I'm also picking up here like workshops and things of that nature as well too, either joining them or starting them. It's time for you to do something that other people might not agree with or understand or like, or something about the word topic. It's about addressing certain topics, nuances, figures of speech, creating your own dialects, way of speaking. It's time to be fully and completely you, unique, worn, and all. I'm also picking up on something here about like thrifting or antiques, old things, sharing old things that maybe other people don't like or understand, but you do and you share. There's a reason why you want to do the things that you want to do. There's a reason why you pick up the things that you pick up. Now it's time to share. I'm also tasting something here, like a unique flavoring or cooking or something. It's time to start something, work on it, and build it with others, with their eyes on you, with their opinions in the comments, with their questions, with their judgments, with everything that comes along with being uniquely and vibrantly you. It's time. Cardinal group, if you didn't know, red feather, para cardinal. How do you say cardinal in Spanish? Like, is it just cardinal with a Spanish accent? Probably not. Anyways, stand tall and proud. See the leadership role unfolding ahead of you. So when I saw this cardinal in real life, every time I see a cardinal, actually, lately, they've been with another bird. It always looked like a bird of a different species. Um, it could have just been a female cardinal, which is less vibrant in color and smaller, I believe. But every time I see the cardinal lately, especially when this video was prompted, I felt like the cardinal was with a different species of bird and in a playful mood. So let's see what message was meant to find you here. Cardinal group, what message was meant to find my cardinal group? Seven of Pentacles reverse, Ace of Wands upright, Ace of Pentacles upright. So the time is now for something. The time is now, even with everything that it entails. Yeah, Three of Pentacles and the Lovers. Okay, so I'm trying to hide it so that the Lovers card isn't showing too much. Bottom deck, King of Swords. Despite everything, the time is now. Move forward, progress, grow, change, evolve, transform. I did talk about the cardinal being with another bird. This is about Three of Pentacles, community, cooperation, co-creation through hardships, through talent scouts, like through discovery, self-discovery, discovery of others, discovery of self through others. Hmm. This is a season to let go of rigidity, frigidness, to let go of what we think that we know. What's at the back of the deck? Yeah, the Five of Pentacles. This group here is referencing to struggle and perseverance through the struggle, or even starting new things in the midst of chaos or struggle. Having fun, being playful, doing the most or doing the best that you can with what you have, despite what may or may not be going on for you. Transformation happens here too. There's something about your current moment where change can still happen for the better. I just got guided to a deck behind me. And I'm actually seeing a specific card from here. This is two decks combined, but I'm seeing the one that says break the chains or something like that, which talks about evolution and letting go of what we think that we know, literally. Why is this deck calling to us? We have one of each here. Oh my gosh. And this is, I just said it's two different decks. And we literally just got one of each. And we talked about the cardinal and the other bird. Okay. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites, extremes of life. And if you look closely, it's more than one person in that image. It actually looks like there's someone uh, preparing for a baptism. This is about help, and even there's spirits around them. This talks about a lot of support and help and assistance and guidance through change. And even with that, we have this double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity with Pleiades. And again, we have more than one person depicted in the imagery here. This is about help from all directions, from all corners of life, of the world, and maybe it not looking like what you think it should look like, or the help doesn't look like who you think it should look like. Bottom of the deck, you got the love, Hadarian energy, codependency, boundaries. This is about working with other people and breaking what we think that we know when it comes to interacting and working with and co-creating with other people. You may be being hard on yourself. I just want one card from here. That's why I'm putting it back. But maybe being hard on yourself in the way or the method or manner in which you are working with other people. Maybe you think that you're leaning too much on them, or maybe you think that they're leaning too much on you. There's something here about um, equity, equitability. There's equality, and then there's, is it equitability? Like basically having two different people or positions, and instead of giving both of them $5, actually, no, it's not the equal position. Let's say that there's two people starting at two different start points. And instead of giving both of them $5 to get them up five, you give the one that's higher already five, and you give the other 15 to get them there. So there's something about giving what is needed, what is necessary for balance. And the one card here, we have the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. Bottom deck reads earth pulsing, pulse of the mother, slow down, time in nature. Which one is this? That's the Starseed Oracle that came out, and I'm going to read the void. I almost flipped straight to it. It was 2 pages after where we needed to be. So there could, and that kind of embraces this energy here where it says stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb, time and nature slowing down, pulling back some. Okay. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's the winter in the womb, the fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Comforting and intimidating, freeing and daunting. It can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish the new seeds growing within you. New seeds growing within you. Ace of Pentacles. Regardless of whether you know what they'll one day become. You're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest and to allow the winter of your life to do the work for you, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface doesn't mean that things aren't going to work. That's what this King of Swords energy is. It's like, I need to know every detail. I do know every detail. And if I don't know every detail, then I'm freaking out, or then something is wrong, or something is off. This is what we are releasing, what we are relinquishing. This is, this energy here, again, is too, it's too phallic. It's too masculine. It's too rigid for the womb, for the pulse of the mother. This is relinquishing control and masculine energy and flowing into divine feminine energy. The greatest weavings happen when we find a way to surrender and to trust that our life is being knitted for us, right beneath the surface, in ways known and unknowable. Now it's time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or life phase, when we're called to let go of all that we know and identify with. When you're in the void, it can feel scary and as if you should be doing something. However, when this card appears, it's a sure sign that the most productive thing you can do is relinquish control and surrender to the changing mystery of your life. A question to leave you with from this card is, how are you being called to surrender to the unknown mystery of your life? Taking it back to the layout and our interpretation here. This Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, we talked about how it's time to start something, how even in the midst of this chaos, everything can still change, everything can still evolve. Ironically, the new beginning is stillness. Ironically, the new beginning is doing nothing. And that is you doing something. That is you growing, cultivating the space for newness in what feels like nothingness. This is again abandoning all that you think that you know, because we think that we know that if we say that it's time to no longer wait and start something, we think that that means, oh, I have to get up and go. Sometimes starting something in the midst of chaos looks like doing nothing. Dear Spirit, bring a gentle touch. And remember, I talked about that feminine energy. Feminine energy is represented here with number 18. In tarot, 18 is the moon card, the ultimate feminine energy, bringing a gentle touch. Dear Spirit. Also, when I think of deers and things, I think of, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like a shakiness, a um oh my gosh, the word is leaving me. It's leaving, like when something is quick to leave or quick to scare. This is what's being tested right now in this current state. Huh. If something does not look like what you think it's supposed to look like, if these new beginnings don't look like what we think it's supposed to look like, do we get up and run? If it's not starting how you think it should start, does that mean that it's not starting at all? Especially those of you that maybe have started something, you literally have taken steps towards something and you're working through the chaotic feelings of, oh, nothing's happening, nothing's happening. This is letting you know that just because it looks like nothing is happening, it's still happening, it's still occurring. Especially with this Badger spirit at the bottom of the deck, be fearless and bold. This is talking about whatever it is that you have started, even if it doesn't. There's something here about, there's almost like an oxymoron or like an opposite kind of vibe here where we keep talking about something that is starting regardless, but it feels like nothing has started. With the death card being the last card in the layout, this talks about you being in the midst of transition. It's happening. Whatever has started that feels like it hasn't started has started. And again, it sounds ironic. There's also something here about really listening to your peers or really listening to the people around you or really listening to, and when I say peers, I don't mean just any randos, um, but it's people that have been there before, done that before, something like that. People that you can trust and look up to. People that have, did I say this already? That have been there, done that. Especially again, if you've started something and you feel like it's not going as planned, or you feel like it started off shaky, or you feel like you did something wrong, or it's not growing, something is still happening. So continue to work through the transition and lean on your support system. You have a support system and you also are a support system. I'm really picking up on a very healthy community or dynamic here, whether it be two people or 30,000 people in a space. There's something here about support. But the greatest way to embrace it is by letting go of this I need to know every detail energy, this logical energy, and allowing for feminine energy to embrace what is and let everything be. I pray that this message found you with everything that you need. And I pray that it brings peace, love, light, healing, clarity, but most importantly, truth and motivation to you. Join us over on Patreon for the additional reading that we have uploaded this week. If you would like to, I'll have that link down below and I'll talk to you next time. Vulture. Now, this one was very interesting when this came to me in real life. The vulture was with a small group of other vultures, like four of them. They were fighting over something. It looked like fighting to me, but there were two up on the wall, and then there was one and another one down on the ground, kind of like going at it. And as I'm driving past them, this vulture swoops down like wingspan sideways right in front of my windshield. Um, it just, it's almost as if the vulture was trying to show me something about its wingspan, how big it is, even though it was just flying away from some sort of chaos. The vulture reads, accept the inevitable, let go of the past, and welcome a rebirth to begin. No matter what has happened or what has gone down, you're still that that girl, that guy, that person. Six of Wands. I can't make this up. You see, and like even the hair flip, you better know it. Temperance. You may need a little time to heal, or you've already taken the time to heal, but you're going to be seeing your magnificence or like seeing yourself clearly, or even someone else could be showing yeah, you're seeing yourself from a new lens, new perspective, whether it be initiated by you alone or by someone helping you to see. Eight of Pentacles reverse, about the work that you don't need to do on yourself. It's good to want to do better in advance, but there's significance in accepting yourself as you are. Seven of Pentacles reversed, Death card, Hermit, Six of Swords, Five of Pentacles, King of Swords, bottom of the deck. Okay, so there's some repeating vibes from group number 2. There are some repeating vibes from group number 2, so maybe check that out. But what's mostly blending from the two readings is about how in group number 2, we were talking about things that seem like they're not changing, but there's actually a lot happening. And also about partnerships, which kind of hints at what I had mentioned at the very beginning when we pulled your first couple of cards, is that this could be something that is revealed to you through someone else about yourself. But this is about transformational self-discovery that allows you to move on from some sort of sense of lack or feeling like you are lacking something. Also, I'm taking note of the two people in both cards. And again, there's hinting from group number 2 where we did talk about partnerships and being with others or being with another. Oh, and I talked about that with the vulture at the very beginning, how it was in a group of 4 and 2 of them seemed to not be really getting along too well. And so he kind of like flew away, but still had his dignity about him, if you will. This is about knowing who you are, what you want, what you're good at, your strengths, your weaknesses, what you're capable of. Grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith, but it's in the reverse. Didn't this card come out in group number? Yeah, this card came out in group number 1, but it was in the upright. And when this card came out in group number 1, I was encouraging them to start a new project or to just simply be more expressive. This group here is the complete opposite. You don't need to be so expressive because your energy speaks for itself. There's something about that going on here. Bottom deck. Shut. A second deck. What do you have? Vulture spirit. Nothing is wasted. And look at that crown on the vulture's head. Walking away with your head held high, your dignity intact, and not feeling a way about it. Whatever this is relating to, you don't need to prove yourself. You don't need to explain yourself. You can let your actions speak for themselves. And there's something here about your actions coming to life as well, because I said letting your actions speak for themselves. Like every individual action is a living thing. And there's something about that that's transforming you as well, too. You realizing that every action is a living thing that speaks for itself, and you're moving with that intentionality. There's something dignified about the way that you're moving right now. Maybe even maybe you are not hunting for closure anymore or forcing conversation or seeking validation, confirmation, just letting it be what it is. This could even have to do with not feeling the need to address everything. And again, letting your actions speak for themselves. For some of you, this is like you moving in a specific direction, and usually you would announce your movements. Not anymore. Or explain your motions. Not anymore. Yeah, this King of Swords feels like you know why. You know why I'm here. You know what happened. You know what you did. You know what I'm doing. You know what it is. Uh-huh. You know what it is. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Also, Black and Yellow, that song by Wiz Khalifa, it's making me think of like things being in black and white, or being completely clear and evident, or even being like written, or like a contractual agreement. This could even have to do with like someone breaking the code or breaking contract or something like that. Maybe even referencing to not feeling the need to announce breaking code or contact or contracts, whatever that may mean for you. This group here has a very it is what it is energy about them, and walking away with your dignity, head held high, and not wasting any time, energy, or effort. And allowing your actions to speak for themselves. Join us over on Patreon if you would like to, for the additional weekly pick a card message. But this is all that I have for you. Talk to you next time. TAYliens, you my right hand. You my go-to. Tell me everything about you. That's a bold move. I know that you're out here and there's things you gotta go through. Just know that these streets just don't love you like I do. And they never will. Okay, so there's something here about like your right hand man. Um, let's see. Prosperity is flowing. Have faith that you will receive it in the perfect form, Kingfisher. But the actual bird that wants to speak to you is the parrot. And it reads, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It's time to embrace who you really are. You may be questioning your go-to person. You may be questioning your go-to method. You may be questioning your go-to routine. You may be questioning your go-to diet. You may be questioning your tried and true, because there's a transformation and a transition occurring for you. Eight of Wands. Expect clarifying truths through conversations. For some of you, it'll be this reading that confirms it for you. For others, it'll be conversations with others that confirm this reading, that confirm the transition, that confirms the change that you're making, the transition that you're going through. Yeah, Three of Cups. I feel like there is realignment here. For some of you, it'll be realignment that puts you and those around you on the same page again if you feel like you've been falling out. For others of you, it'll be realignment that puts you in new circles with people that actually align with you. Yeah, okay. Major emphasis on new circles. These new circles are proud of you and pride themselves by knowing you, and heal some sort of misshapen heartache, or yeah, like some sort of gaslighting energy. They're healing that within you, or an energy that's been gaslit that you kind of abandoned And now you get to embrace. Yeah, the Empress here. You're like, you're being honored in these new spaces because you're right where you belong. Justice, Four of Pentacles. It feels different than you think that it should. You may even be experiencing some sort of survivor's guilt or even buyer's remorse. But survivors or buyers, either way, you're on the other side of something. You're on the other side of the purchase, or you're on the other side of what could have been death, but is actually life. But I feel like you might be experiencing some sort of guilt for transforming, for changing. Knight of Wands, and for doing it so quickly or for moving on so quickly. Strength card. But there's something in this that is so healing. Okay, that card clearly wants to come out. Yes, exactly. Oh, wow. And it came out in the reverse. This is what was preventing you from moving on, from regaining your strength. Something that had been basically wounded time and time and time again. And not only was it like wounded time and time and time again, but it's like you kept picking at the wound or something kept picking at the wound so it could never heal. So it's something that never healed for a long period of time that's healing rapidly like that. And for whatever reason, there's guilt that comes along with this. What is that feeling of guilt? Mm, guilt because whoever or whatever you're moving on from, they got stuck. This is feeling like you're surrounded by people that can't transform, that refuse to transform, that are stuck in their ego. And for some reason you feel guilty for seeing beyond the hurt to heal. I think you're seeing very clearly where some people get stuck when they could bring themselves justice, but they refuse. And so you are in this position where you are forced to protect your energy based on what you see and move accordingly, which leads to that buyer's remorse or survivor's guilt. For some of you, the buyer's remorse, it's kind of like this vibe of maybe let's use this as an example. You and a friend were stuck at a bus stop because both of your cars broke down. But you heard about a solution that you were willing to try or test out while your friend was like, no, I've heard all about those things. I'm not going to do that. But you followed your gut, your intuition, and tested the theory, tested the suggestion, and came out successful. You have buyer's remorse because you feel almost like you should still be standing at that bus stop. There's this FOMO feeling, like this fear of missing out by not being at the bus stop anymore. There's a fear of missing out because you're in your own whip, your own car, driving off now because you're in motion again. That's the part of you, the ego, that refuses to transform, that and it's got to the refusal to transform has everything to do with the negative or the bad stories that you heard about the method in which you got out. Do you get what I'm saying? Meaning you almost feel bad that it worked for you because it doesn't work for everybody else. Or you almost feel bad that you're able to see things from a different lens so that it could work out because you're not looking from the same old lens with the same old story. But whatever this is, just know you're exactly where you're meant to be and that you need to protect your energy. This is reminding me of the Patreon reading that we did this week. It was a very forceful message that came through, and it's about who you need to protect your energy from. Because you're on the rise, darling. You're rising. You're rising beyond this, but beyond the trenches. And some people get stuck there. Five of Wands, the crab in a bucket energy, Nine of Pentacles, but you found your way, you found your method, you found your strategy. Four of Wands, and you're worthy of celebrating in that, the Magician, and bringing in more to celebrate because of this breakthrough that you had. This is reminding me of the song The Other Side by Mod Sun. I broke on through to the other side. Broke on through to the other side. Animal spirit supporting you through this. Can't make this up. Cat spirit, claim your independence. It's like even this imagery, it's like the cat is looking back at where they once were and how they set themselves free. Horse spirit. Signing off, baby.